Okay, as a little adjunct, let's think about from exercise, the last exercise we did with regards to natural numbers, and we're doing prime decomposition as part of that, right? So if we thought of this number, this is equal to 210. So if we rearranged two numbers here, okay, 2 and 5 gives us 10, and 10, and so the other ones is 21. Well, if we rearranged and just write them out, 2 times 3 is 6 times 35, that still equals the same. Okay, so if we now take HFC, highest common factor of 10 and 6 is equal to 2. So if I was to divide the 10 and 6 by 2, we'd end up with 5 times 21 equals 3 times 35. Okay, so look, so hopefully this is, I mean, we're not doing anything special here, but you should see that 21, I'm getting ahead of myself, 21 is equal to 3 times 7. And, okay, so this number here, and 35 is equal to 5 times 7. Okay, so if I was to change the colors here, that might make everything stand out a little bit more. So so this is our 5, and this is the 5, and this is our 3 and 3, and I'll make our 7s right, and 21 and 35. Okay, so maybe I can zoom up a little bit. So it should be clear at this stage that if I was to now think of that in regards to what we're working with, so we now have, if we had A on D times x1 minus x0 equals to B on D times y0 minus y1, we now have, so here we had, so because we ended up with dividing out the highest common factor, there's no common factors between 3 and 5. So what that means is that the 21 has to be a multiple of the 3, and the 35 has to be a multiple of the 5. So in the same way, when we have this, that because there's no common factors between the A and the D, okay, so in this case, this is now the same as our 5, and this is the same as our 3. And we would end up with something similar, okay? So our these ones here would be the light blue colors, and hang on, right? And oh, go away. Why is it doing that? Hang on. Let me pause that video. Did it anyhow. Okay, and so that means that following on from before, that x1 minus x0 will have to equal B on D times something, and we'll call that number T, and following along the same lines, y and y minus 1 will have to equal A on D times something. and we'll call that t to make things easier for later on. Okay, so hopefully that makes it a little bit clearer, but that's another thing we can discuss in class for those of you who don't totally understand it.